Good morning, Kevin.
Hey, Earl, great to see you as always, my friend.
Absolutely. Always good after a great holiday like we had over the last week and a half, you know.
That's right. Thanksgiving is behind us, and the I guess winter holidays are right around the corner. We got Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, whatever everybody celebrates this time of year.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, things are wrapping up at a fast pace, very fast pace.
Yeah, man. And the real estate market is still active and still pretty hot. If you're looking for a home, they seem to be still moving pretty decently. You usually have some statistics for us.
Yeah, I do. As of last month, we speak November numbers. Looks like the average amount of listings we had on market in the greater Hampton Roads area was right around 3,473. That's actually up about 80 plus homes from October, which is a good sign. So we're getting more homes to the market, but we're still way below what the demand is, right now. The average days for a home to sell, if you're looking to sell your home, is at 30 for November. So it's actually taking about 3 days longer, which traditionally, historically speaking, talking about, seasonality, that's pretty normal. So about 30 days, is the average time for your home to sell right now.
Okay.
Month supply of inventory still showing a super strong seller's market where we're only at 2 months current inventory. It's the exact same from October as well. So that hadn't changed, as we, spoke about. And lastly, the average sales price in the greater Hampton Roads area is right around $368,000.
Very good. So selling in, being under contract 30 days, that seems like a pretty healthy market and, probably still a decent time to sell.
Yeah, that's definitely the national average. I mean, national average is generally 30 to 45 days, unless you're talking about a quicker transaction pace. Some can close as early as 7 to 14 days on a cash transaction, of course. A different look of the deal itself.
Cool. Well, hey, the people looking to buy or sell, you and I were recently talking about the top 3 housing market questions that people seem to have. I'll run through what the 3 of them we talked about were, and then we can kind of chit chat through them. Number 1 was what's next for mortgage rates? Definitely a hot topic. Number
Yes.
2, where are home prices headed? So those two kind of go together.
Yep.
And number 3, is recession around the corner? Is a recession coming? So I'll cover what's next for mortgage rates. Of course, nobody knows for sure, and all the very well-paid supposed experts have gotten it completely wrong over the last 12 to 18 months of what's
Yes,
happening
they
with
have.
rates. But the Fed, Jerome Powell said to expect higher for longer, but we are seeing some improvements. October was rough for rates. We popped into the 8s, but we saw some recovery in November. We're looking at low to mid 7s for some folks, even into the 6s for others right now. And next year, we're expected to see some continued improvements. Now, we're not going back to the 2s and 3s of the pandemic. That's just not real, not realistic. But we'll probably settle in the 6s in early 2024. And if we're lucky, we may even see some 5s in the next year or so. So mortgage rates will be seeing some improvement, some recovery. But that being said, probably not enough to make it worth sitting on the sidelines and watching home prices go up. So we'll segue that to you, Earl. Where do we see home prices headed?
The good news is home prices will continue to rise at a more healthy pace. We may not see 10, 15, 20% appreciation that we saw, during the anomaly years, of COVID. But according to the estimated home price performance, this year ending 2023, we're going to end right around 3.32% appreciation. Next year in 2024, slightly less, but right around 2.17. Going into 2025, we're going back up to 3% plus in 2026, and in 2027, 4% plus on appreciation. So overall, prices are remaining steady and you're continuing to get positive growth in your investment. So definitely, like I said, keep the faith in what you're doing, keep your eyes on the market, and like I said, stay locked in with us because we're always going to bring you the most updated information as we receive it as well.
Yeah, well, given the average sales price that you mentioned earlier, just doing some really rough math, you're probably looking the average homeowner in our area is going to gain what, 10 or 15 grand a year in equity?
Easily 10 or 15 grand. That's like having the best savings account on the block. I mean, no bank is paying that.
Better than my 401k's been doing.
Absolutely. Tenfold. Mine as well.
And question number 3, is the recession around the corner? Who knows? That's all over the news right now. They're predicting now maybe we will achieve the soft landing. We won't go into a hard recession, but some experts think we still will, some don't, and it's pretty split. A recent Wall Street survey of economists have 48% thinking yes, we're going to hit a recession, 52% thinking no. We've been kind of looking for that for some mortgage rate relief. But I think we're going to get it regardless of whether or not a recession does hit us. So the economy does seem to be strong. Unemployment is really low. There's a high demand for workers. So, things are definitely slowing down, but it sounds like there's pretty close to a 50-50 chance prediction of us having a true recession. Doesn't mean that there'll be a housing recession. We've already had that. We're on the way out of that. And that's typically kind of a lost leader. The housing recession historically usually happens before the overall recession.
Right. And in the sense of housing recession, I'll clear that up a little bit for the people as well. Some people think, okay, home prices falling, mass foreclosures. No, the recession portion was in the number of transactions. So normally we'd have 4 million transactions a year. Right now, we're going to end up somewhere around 3.3, 3.5 million. So that's what was considered the recession.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Well, hey, I think that was some great information we covered today.
Absolutely, man. We definitely did our due diligence in sharing a good word with the people.
Yep. So what's on your Christmas list this year, Earl?
Oh man, I'm just trying not to get a sock full of coal again, bro. That's about it, like
that's a good benchmark.
Right. If I can achieve that, hey, I won. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. Awesome, my friend. Well, hey, until next week. And if anybody needs me, hit me up, loanswithkevin.com. Happy to help with any mortgage and finance related questions.
Absolutely. And if you need to reach me for any real estate related questions, I can be reached here at 757-871-4167.
Sweet. Thanks, Earl.
Absolutely, Kevin. Have a great one.